Hi, Homeworthy. Welcome to my house in Atlanta. I'm Ron. Come on in. Let me show you around.
This summer, spend the hottest months of the year in style with Homeworthy as we visit the most extraordinary homes around the world. From the sun-soaked shores of the Hamptons to the classic beachfronts of Nantucket to the vibrant courtyards of Morocco, be sure to subscribe to Homeworthy's summer series to make every day feel like a vacation. You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hello, my name is Ronald Jones. I'm the owner of R. Jones Designs, Inc. And here with us today we have little Jessie. We're located in Atlanta, Georgia, and welcome to my home. Most people think it will be modern, but I actually love transitional and European. So I like to mix old and new things together all the time. So as you see the house, you'll see a lot of old and new. I love the Georgian architecture, crown molding, lime wash, Venetian plaster, textures, fabrics, you name it. Welcome to my dining room. This is one of my favorite rooms in the house. It fits about 8 people, a huge table from Restoration Hardware. As you see that we have used old and new in here, vintage chinaware, beautiful head chairs. I like mixing old and new, neutrals, textures, woods. I mean, these gold frames are stunning. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And a pop of greenery. I did all these floral arrangements myself. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of this room. This is a Nick Allen chandelier. It is missing a few crystals, but they're coming in today, but it's still stunning. And check out this beautiful canopy up in the ceiling right here, stunning. So these are vintage chairs from the 1960s. Love these, I got these from an antique shop. Very good deal on those. So I like to mix the old and the new once again. And a good thing about this console, this credenza sideboard, it's only 10 inches wide. So it gives you room to rock around the table. So that was very, very important for me to have in the dining area. Because, you know, some sideboards are like 24 inches wide. They're just huge. But if you look at it again, it's very thin from the side. But it still gives you that substantial look that you're going for in the dining room. I'm a really good antique hunter. I go to all the antique markets and I find these things. Sometimes Facebook Marketplace helps me out a lot. I actually bought both of these items from Facebook Marketplace. And yeah, we love it. We love the gold frames. And I liked it to look simple, but not too busy. So I didn't hang them on the wall. I just leaned them up against the wall. And again, we mixed in these chairs. So we have very modern chairs right here. And then we have our restoration hardware table. So again, very transitional and European. And let's touch on these candles. I like candles. I like fire. You're going to see this a lot throughout the house. I think it's very romantic. It's very sexy. I love it. These are custom drapes. I tried to get them in a kind of like an off green color. The room is, I don't know if you can tell, maybe not in video, but it has a hint of green to it just a little bit. So I got these curtains just to bring it out a little bit more. This rug is a 9x12 from Japor Living. They're located locally in Ackworth, Georgia. It kind of has a hint of an oriental feel to it with like more of a natural fiber. Love the rug, very neutral. I do have dogs, so don't try to go too expensive on these rugs, but it's a good one. Obviously, this is the dining room. We probably eat in here once a year, but I am a fan of vintage china. So we have a little teacup. We have our teacup plate. We have our dessert plate. And we have our eating plate. I know it seems like a lot, but honestly, it's stunning. I love to entertain, which is why we have a total of 8 seats, and then we have these 2 on each side for overflow. But Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthday parties, private chefs that come over with my friends, we love it. We love it, love it, love it, love it. My go-to dish, I would say, I like a good steak. A really good steak, a ribeye, medium, some caviar on top of the potatoes. Be great. Now we're going to head over to one of my other favorite rooms in the house. Okay, we have a lot of favorite rooms. The piano room. Welcome to the piano room. One of my favorite rooms in the house. It's a smaller room, but it's very comfortable. I come here to have a lot of private conversations, or if I just want some quiet and some space and peace. We have a restoration hardware chandelier. This piano, fun fact, is actually from 1935, so it's also vintage as well. As you see, we mixed old and new here once again. This is a vintage Hermes scarf that is framed from the 1974, I believe. Had to have it. Another one of the antique finds. Had to have it. This trunk is from the 1920s. I use it as a coffee table. I think it looks great. I just can't believe people carried stuff this heavy back in the day on boats and cars and everything. Again, I like fire. That's really bad. But candles, it just makes the room, it's the vibe. It's romantic, it's sexy, it's warm, it shows love. Let's talk about this couch right here. This I actually saw on the side of a road. I picked it up. It was in awful condition. I reupholstered it. I chose the fabric. We painted it and we redid it. And now it is, I think, a great sofa for the piano room. Yeah, this is on the side of the street, guys. Also, we have our my little prized possession. This is Theodore Alexander, chair from Theodore Alexander. I tried to match it with the sofa as much as possible, and I think I achieved the look. I achieved the look of that. As you see over here from this artwork, this is by Todd Murphy. You're gonna see a couple of these in my home. Really big artist look in Atlanta. I bought this from an auction. These were in his attic, so it's a set. You're gonna see them all throughout the house. Here's one right here, and then we have another one right here. They were in his attic, and I bought them. So these are prized possession for me. Very nice. I didn't put a glass over it because I want it to be a very authentic photo. I don't want it to be so formal, so I just set them inside these frames. Of course, we have our drapes as well. I usually use my drapes to frame the house. They don't close, so they stay here. They don't close. So I use them to frame out the house and everything. And we have Louis looking out the window. He does that at the mailman. Anybody that comes by, he's always looking out the window. We have a nice little globe here. Just what you would think is what would be in the piano room, you know? The cowhide, I bought this rug in West Midtown at West Side Market. I've had it for years, and it just works. Like, you know, I didn't want to put an actual rug in here, so I think it looks pretty good. Guys, I do not play the piano. I can do like a doo-wop, pop, pop. I'll show you. One moment. Let me see what I can do here. Let's see. This is the farthest as I can get. That's about it. All right, so the next room we're going to is the living room, which is one of my other favorites. Okay, all my rooms are my favorite. Let's just follow me. Welcome to the living room. I love this space, the ceilings, the height, the crown molding. I mean, it's so much to touch on in this room that brought it to life. And I want you guys to meet Marlo. She lays in the sun at all times. She is 13 years old. The Stink Butt Jenkins, Marlo Stink Butt Jenkins is her name. She lays in the sun all day. She has the easiest life, and we love her. She's 13, and she looks great. So let's get into this living room. So the chandelier is from Restoration Hardware. It took a 3-story scaffold to get up there. It's about 24-foot ceilings, I believe, to be exact. It was tall. It was heavy, but they got it up there. I love it. We have the custom curtains. They're about at 18 feet right there. They're beautiful. They're white. They're linen. I didn't want them to be so heavy in this room because this room gets a lot of light, and I love that it gets a lot of light. And who doesn't love a fireplace? I recovered this fireplace in limestone, like a limestone wash, so it gives it more of that stone look, and we just love it. I mean, hello. And there's Louis, a little statue of Louis right there. You can see him. So let's get into the sofas. I like a sofa that's not too much structure because I feel like you have sofas in your house that has a lot of structure. It doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't look inviting. So we always go with these down feather couches, and this is what I like. This is Restoration Hardware. This one is from Four Hands, but it's just like a nice, comfortable couch. You can just sit down and relax. I really love these couches. And I fall asleep on here all the time. They're very, very, very comfortable couches. And I've had them for years now. All right. Now, I know that I'm being lazy right now, guys. Sorry. So let's get into the details on the coffee table. Another floral arrangement that I made. This coffee table, I got this in 2018, I believe. And it's worked with a lot of the houses I've lived in. I think your coffee table should be very stylish. It's very important. We have fashion books. We have some of the magazines I've been featured in, Atlanta Homes, the Southeastern Show House I just recently did. One of my favorite books is it's the Rolex book. It shows all the vintage Rolexes, and I love watches. So I own a Rolex as well. Candies and my little Tiffany bowl. We're kind of low on the candies, but they're really good. Chocolate, gotta love it. And a little pop-up orange from Hermes. Who doesn't love Hermes, right? But yeah, the coffee table should be very stylish. I love it. The coffee table, this came from West Side Market as well, located in West Midtown. It's meant to look rustic, kind of farmhouse. I got this back in when like farmhouse was like the biggest thing in Atlanta, around the United States. So I'm very glad I was able to save this to reuse it for this house. Love that. So I know I was talking about the structure on couches, but accent chairs should have structure. So these are also from Four Hands, and I love these. I love a little tribal. We love pattern. You see a lot of pattern in my house, even if it's neutral creams. It still has a pattern. Everything has a pattern. This Oriental rug, I love it. I can't get rid of it. I've had it for 9 years now, and I just cannot part ways with it. I think it just looks good with everything that I have in the house. It just looks great. It looks great. Now, if we come over to here, you'll see Jesse over here. I believe you guys met him earlier. Jesse's 10, and he's like the little prince around this house, believe it or not. But as I was saying earlier about the Todd Murphy, here are the other sets to the Todd Murphy. Hand-drawn, lovely. Again, no gloss in the frame, just very simple. The aesthetic, I love it. I kind of created a collage wall here because it was a big wall, so we really had to break it up. So making a collage is really, really good for this wall. And we have a leaning mirror from Anthropologie. I use this mirror a lot. I'm tall, 6'5", so this works out for me. And here we are. We have another picture of me and my partner, Zach. What's another good thing about this room? The catwalk. I love this area. You can look over into the living room, so it's a huge catwalk that leads upstairs. It's gorgeous. So I just love the high ceilings. Like, it just makes the house. Low ceilings are a no-no for me. As you see, this was a big wall as well. We broke it up with this sideboard is also from Four Hands. We have a lot of vintage pieces around here. I love books. I decorate a lot with books. This right here, my best friend got this for me. One of my best friends got this for me for my birthday. This was commissioned for me in Tulum. This is Pablo Escobar. And, some people hate him, but, I like the history of Tulum. And, she got this for me. It was really cool. And we had it framed, and I just love it. These lamps came from Veronica Flam. She's also a local interior designer and retailer here in Atlanta. They're made out of crystal. They are gorgeous. They're heavy, good quality. Shop Veronica Flam. I love a spacious house. I love to host dinners. I love to have people come over, family, friends. And I'm 6'5", so I like tall ceilings. I like to be in the space. I don't want to feel claustrophobic. My favorite thing about my house and what I love is the living room. It's a 2-story ceilings. It's 22 feet tall, and it gives it a very grand and elegant look. My degree is in construction management and architecture. I graduated from Kennesaw State University in 2015. I took on a role at the Terra Group with Tyler Perry Studios as a construction project manager and designer. After I finished up with him, I started my business in 2017, doing it on my own full time as an interior designer. Next, we're going to go into the breakfast room and the kitchen. Follow me. Welcome to the breakfast room, the breakfast area. Believe it or not, we actually eat at this table versus the dining room. We eat here every day. I work from this table. It's amazing. I love this area. Again, all of these candles, I've collected these over from the Goodwill, from Home Goods, West Side Market. All of these came from a different place. And I just think it's very beautiful at nighttime when they're lit. We have our plates from Williams Sonoma. We have a little accent of greenery. I mixed in the cane chairs with the French chairs. But the table was meant to be in a modern house. It's a modern table. So this is really my style. I really think that old and new go together very well. And right behind me is the kitchen, which I love. I haven't really touched anything in here besides adding these pendant lights and styling the kitchen. I love a big island. This island is probably 11 feet long, and it's great for entertaining, especially on Thanksgiving and when we're having parties. We have cheese boards here, fruit, anything you name, we have it here. We have these Bernhardt bar stools. They are so heavy. They're made out of leather on top and all metal. That we love those. They're pretty comfortable, believe it or not. And anybody that comes over here, they know that we always have the sweets. I should not have these, but we always have the sweets. We got our blueberry muffins, cinnamon rolls. It's always something in here. Sugar cookies, you name it. It's always something in this dish, and all my friends come over and they attack it. I do enjoy cooking. One of my favorite dishes I can make is a seafood pasta, which is really good. I love that. I like to grill a lot, but yeah. I'm just mastered how to make macaroni and cheese maybe like 3 months ago. First it was too dry, then it was too soupy. I got it right now. So my mac and cheese is fire. It's fire. I kind of have like this little bar area that I styled a little bit. It's small, but I think I made it look really good. We have I love these little martini glasses. They're so cute. Check those out. Look at the details on those. One of my favorites. Love that. I really just wanted to make this very simple because when I first moved in, I was like, what am I going to do with this space that's so small? So we just basically added our glassware. We have our bar materials over here, ice chest. You know, we really don't use it that much, but it looks good. My go-to drink would be a lychee martini or a dirty martini. And if I'm feeling a little frisky, I like a spicy margarita with a hint of pineapple juice. Skinny. Amazing. Those are my top 3 drinks that I like to drink. So this is like, the sink area, but we love these windows. We love these windows. It lets in a lot of light. It's an interesting design, whoever the architect, I'm not sure, but we love how all these, just a natural light. Most of the time we don't even have to have lights on in the house in this area. But yeah, cool little thing. This is actually olive oil, but it was a Costa Azul bottle, and we put a little thing on top, and then we use it for the olive oil. You guys follow me to the loft. I love this area. Come on. Welcome to my loft area. I love this room. Well, I can't really call it a room. You can call it a loft. It's open. It's airy. It's not what you expect when you come up here. Most people probably put a desk here. I actually use this room a lot. I come up here, read, use my iPad, design a little bit. It's a great area. You have this great view of the living room over here. You can see more of the chandelier in detail. And we have this wonderful catwalk. So it's really just a space that came about. Some of this furniture I had in storage. I said we need to put it somewhere, and that's how I put this room together. Again, another floor arrangement made by moi. Very proud of those guys. Very proud of those. Louis, you still following me around, bud? Okay. All right. But yeah, this furniture was sitting in storage. It was from one of my Airbnbs. It's a little bit more modern than what you see in my house, but it works for this space. Very efficient. This came from Tove. Majority of this furniture up here did come from Tove. This table came from West Side Market. And it's just a great area to, if you still want to be in the mix and still want to hear what's going on and just say, hey guys, I'm up here, you still can. You can be quiet, no one will never know. It's a great little area. This chair right here, again, is very sleek, very mid-century modern. I'm not afraid to go into modern. I feel like I made it flow throughout the rest of the house. This is a vegan leather. And yeah, I love it. It's pretty comfortable. Yeah, and again, you have another view to the living room. It's a great chair. Welcome to the primary bedroom. This is where I relax. This is where, obviously, I sleep. Sometimes I don't even come downstairs and sit on this couch. This is more of a Louis couch because this is where he sleeps most of the time. I wanted to create a sitting room because it is a big room. It was a big rectangle when I first moved in, and I was just like, how am I going to break this up? So we have restoration hardware couches and chairs. We have this vintage piece. This is supposed to go into a dining room. I actually use it as my dresser. That's where I store my jeans at, my dress pants, and all these things. I actually really like this piece. It's from Westside Market. I don't know who the designer is, but it's from Westside Market. Love it. We have a pop of greenery, marble table. It brings in more of the transitional look. We have our creams, neutrals, and greens in this area. I think it all flows together. We have the natural jute rug here. I think a lot of things what you notice about my house is that I like textures and neutrals and some pops of color. And I think I really achieved it here in the bedroom. As you come over here, we have our Oriental rug. Got some colors, very natural. We have these nightstands. I've had these nightstands since 2016. They are hooker furniture. I love them. It's antique. It has the mirror on it. It goes with the flow of the house. And then we have our big, nice, comfortable bed made from fur. For some of the pillows, I believe this is fox. And yeah, I got these paintings here from a store in Raven County. I cannot remember the store right now, but I love them because they're framed, but they're floating. If you take a look at them, this is the frame around it, so I love those. I usually stay with white and grays for most houses, but when we moved in here, I wanted to switch it up, and so I feel like the greens play off some of the neutral tones that we have in here, including the rug, the creams, and it just plays off. It's a good color. I think it's relaxing. I feel very relaxed when I come into this room. This was actually a HomeGoods find, believe it or not, and I got this maybe about 5 years ago. Yeah, this was a great little bench. It was only like $200, so it was a great deal on this. So, you can design on a budget and still make it look expensive. That's the key to designing sometimes. I mean, you can buy really high-end things, and you can buy things from HomeGoods, antique shops, and make it look really well. So these lamps are very tall. I love them. This lamp retails for $1,800. I found it at HomeGoods for $299, and they only had one. I had to go over to, I called every HomeGoods in Atlanta to figure out where the second one was at. So this one was in Peachtree Corners, kind of Johns Creek area. So I called about 10 HomeGoods to find the second pair to this lamp. Because when I saw it in HomeGoods, I said, I know it's an $1,800 lamp. I said, I'm going to buy this lamp, and I don't know where I'm going to use it, but I'm going to find the second one. So yeah, I love these. They're great. Big, tall lamps. Love it. Frames out the space. Home means to me stress-free, relaxing, beautiful, family, love. Well, thank you, Homeworthy, for coming to see my home. But we got to go now. I got to go design. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.